All right, welcome to this explainer. I am honestly so excited you're joining me today because we are mapping out the absolute bleeding edge of the tech economy. We're looking at a roadmap of the booming 2026 AI job market, and let me tell you, things are wild right now. Companies aren't just casually hiring, they are aggressively competing for top talent. We're talking tech giants, hot new startups, traditional banks, healthcare conglomerates, even government agencies. They are all in an absolute frenzy, literally pouring billions of dollars into artificial intelligence. And what that means for the people who actually build these systems? Well, it's unprecedented earning potential.
So, I want you to ask yourself a serious question. Can you imagine earning life-changing money, like $200,000, $500,000, or even over $1 million a single year simply because of your artificial intelligence skills? I know it sounds almost unbelievable, right? Like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. But the thing is, in 2026, salaries crossing that $1 million mark are a very real reality. The sheer volume of capital flowing into this space has created some of the highest-paying careers in the entire world. So in our time together today, we're going to climb the ladder of the top 10 highest-paying AI jobs. We'll look at their salary potential, the exact skills you need to break in, and which paths offer the absolute strongest future growth.
Okay, let's start with Tier 1 frontline operators.
Okay, let's dive into this. These are the highly accessible, heavily data-driven entry points to the upper echelons of the AI industry. Now, don't let the word frontline fool you, because the compensation here is still phenomenal, and these roles form the absolute bedrock of enterprise AI adoption. Coming in at number 10, we have prompt engineers, earning anywhere between $110,000 to $200,000 a year. Now, a few years ago, people kind of thought prompt engineering was just, asking ChatGPT butter questions. Well, not anymore. Today, these engineers are designing highly sophisticated AI workflows, they're building out complex AI agents, optimizing model outputs, and helping massive businesses automate their daily operations. It's a highly accessible path compared to traditional software engineering, but make no mistake, it requires serious expertise in tools like LangChain and workflow automation. Actually, before we move on, I want to highlight a key concept you're going to see everywhere in Tier 1, Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG. Basically, RAG is a framework used alongside large language models. Those are the LLMs that power things like ChatGPT. It essentially allows the AI to fetch specific, highly accurate data from an external database right before it generates an answer. This optimizes the output and makes it incredibly useful for businesses. Mastering RAG and LLMs, that is the core toolkit for these frontline roles. Moving right up the ladder to number 9, we have the AI data scientist, commanding up to $210,000. Remember, data is the literal foundation of all artificial intelligence. As organizations become more and more data-driven, these scientists are absolutely vital. They uncover hidden patterns and generate those amazing insights that drive smart business decisions. And they do this by beautifully combining traditional data science techniques like statistics and SQL with modern machine learning and generative AI tools. At number 8, we hit the computer vision engineers, pulling in up to $220,000 a year. These are the brilliant minds who literally teach machines how to understand images and videos. And the applications here are just wild. Their work is the engine behind self-driving vehicles, facial recognition systems, advanced medical imaging, you name it. With robotics and industrial automation expanding globally right now, their expertise in convolutional neural networks and deep learning remains highly valuable.
All right, moving on to Tier 2, the strategists and protectors.
So this tier really bridges the gap between raw technological capability and actual real-world business execution. Coming in at number 7 is the AI security engineer, with salaries reaching $245,000. Listen, we all know artificial intelligence creates incredible opportunities, but it also introduces terrifying new security challenges. These engineers, they are the shield. They protect AI systems from attacks, from manipulation, and from something called data poisoning, which is when bad actors intentionally corrupt the training data. As AI integrates into critical business operations, securing the whole shebang has aggressively shifted to a top priority. At number 6, we have the AI solutions architect, earning up to $280,000. If you're someone who loves the big picture, this is absolutely the role for you. They are the ultimate bridge between high-level business goals and complex AI technology. Their whole responsibility is to design and oversee massive, large-scale AI implementations that actually solve real-world enterprise problems. So they need deep knowledge of cloud computing and system design paired perfectly with sharp business strategy. Rounding out Tier 2 at number 5 is the AI product manager,
where salaries break the $300,000 mark. These leaders perfectly combine technical know-how with strategic vision. They're the ones deciding exactly what AI products should be built to create real value for customers. They're essentially the glue, working closely with engineers, researchers, designers, and top-level executives to guide ambitious AI projects from pure concept all the way to public launch.
Okay, things are heated up. Let's step into Tier 3, heavyweight AI system builders. We are now entering the big leagues, where the tension and honestly the salaries ramp up significantly. Number 4 is the MLOps Engineer, or Machine Learning Operations Engineer, pulling in up to $280,000. Look, building an AI model on a laptop is one thing, right? But deploying, monitoring, and maintaining it at a massive global scale so it doesn't crash, that is an entirely different beast. Companies have quickly realized that reliable AI infrastructure is just as critical as the models themselves, meaning these experts in Kubernetes, Docker, and CI/CD pipelines are absolutely indispensable.
Now, what's really interesting here is the stark contrast between our next two roles. At number 3, we have the Generative AI Engineer, strictly focused on building AI apps and agents. And then at number 2, the Machine Learning Engineer, focused on training and deploying the core foundation models themselves. So think of it like this. The Gen AI engineers are the builders utilizing the AI, while the ML engineers are the ones actually creating the core brains of the AI from scratch. Let's break both of them down. The number 3 Generative AI Engineer is easily among the most sought-after professionals in the market right now. Because they specialize in leveraging LLMs, RAG systems, and vector databases, they are the ones building the enterprise chatbots, the super smart AI assistants, and the intelligent automation platforms that businesses are practically begging for. As generative AI adoption accelerates, the demand for these application builders is just sky high.
But then we have to consider this staggering figure, $800,000 plus. No, that's not a typo. This represents the top-end earning potential for staff and principal-level engineers, sitting in our number 2 spot.
That highly coveted number 2 spot belongs to the Machine Learning Engineer. They consistently rank among the most in-demand AI professionals globally because their actual job is to build, train, optimize, and deploy the heavy-duty machine learning models into production environments. With foundational technical requirements like deep learning, distributed systems, and PyTorch, this role offers one of the absolute best combinations of massive salary, incredible demand, and rock-solid long-term career stability you can find.
And finally, we arrive at the peak, apex innovators. We've climbed through the front lines, the strategists, and the heavyweights, and now we finally reach the absolute pinnacle of the 2026 AI job market. Taking the number 1 spot is the AI research scientist. Guys, we're talking about astronomical base salaries reaching $900,000 and beyond. These are the professionals responsible for advancing the entire field of artificial intelligence itself. They aren't just using AI, they are literally inventing the future of it. They develop entirely new algorithms, they train the massive foundation models, they publish groundbreaking research, and they possess incredible skills in advanced mathematics.
Top AI companies invest so heavily to attract world-class researchers for one very simple reason. Their discoveries can create enormous competitive advantages. It's a real game changer. If an AI research scientist invents a faster, smarter model, their company can literally dominate the global market. That is exactly why massive performance bonuses and equity packages frequently push the total compensation for top researchers well beyond $1 million a year. It is, for sure, the most prestigious and competitive career in the entire industry.
Okay, one quick bonus before we wrap up: the next big AI career. Before we finish out this explainer, we really need to look even further into the future. One of the fastest growing opportunities over the next few years will be AI agent engineers. These professionals build autonomous AI agents. Think of these as systems capable of reasoning, planning, using tools, and finishing complex tasks with almost zero human supervision. It's an emerging role that barely even existed just a few years ago, but many industry experts believe pioneering this tech will make it one of the highest-paying careers of the entire next decade. So what does this all mean for you? I want to leave you with this final thought and question. Which AI career actually interests you the most? Do you see yourself as a strategic AI product manager, a heavyweight MLOps engineer, or maybe an apex AI research scientist pushing the boundaries of what's possible? Envision your own future in this incredible landscape. Thank you so much for learning with me today through this explainer, and I invite you to keep exploring, keep building those skills, and go claim your spot in the future of AI.